Grade 6 parents. This is Mr. Oliver and our third week back to school. And just to give you an overview of what we're going to be doing this week and let you see a little bit of what's coming up. Just as a quick little point out, if you go on to our Facebook page for the district or for the school, you will find our hot lunches for the week. We're going to be starting off with tomato and macaroni with pizza bites and sweet and sour on Tuesday. Stew and a biscuit on Wednesday, and on Thursday we have a chicken Caesar salad. But I'd like to point out that there will be no school on Friday, which means our spelling test will be Thursday this week on our week 2 words. Students will know their words on Monday because they'll be doing some printing exercises on their spelling words, and they should be bringing those home with them as we have spelling 4 nights a week. This week where it's short, they will have it 3 nights a week. Next thing I want to quickly remind you is that next week on the 30th, we have our Orange Shirt Day. So please remember on the 30th of September, we are asking students to come wearing orange to class. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the stuff that we're going to cover this week. In math, we're going to be looking into the stem leaf graphs. Now, stem leaf graphs are very, very interesting. It's got a sample of them on Friday just to see what stem leaves are. And though they look extremely complicated, there'll be some videos online for the kids to see. Plus, I'll be showing them some stuff myself also. They will also be doing a couple of activities, and it looks easier than it actually seems. If you want to ask your kid to try to explain this, ask them to be able to solve that small little questionnaire. How many zoos have fewer than 26? And just let them know that the only answer is one of them, because there's one that has a 2 in the tens place, a 0 in the ones place, and that's the number 20. So you have to really read fewer than implies that it's less than 26. They will have some stuff with book widgets, which I'm planning to do a small activity afterwards just to be able to explain parents what book widgets are. Also, we're going to be doing week 2 in spelling. In week 2 in spelling, we're getting used to our regular spelling routine. Again, spelling is a nightly activity. And tonight they'll be bringing home their spelling printing practice, just so that they can sort of remember these words and that can be placed on the wall, on the fridge, or anything like that, so you guys can do the old school kind of asking them the words. In science, we're getting into ecosystems in the forests. So students are going to be talking about herbivores, carnivores, and that sort of stuff this week. And hopefully we'll do a small activity where they're chasing each other, hands off, unfortunately, because of COVID. In social, we're going to get into how decision making is made. Last week, they did an activity for me about how they would organize a group, but we're going to get more into how decisions are made. If you want to take a look at the books that we are using, activities, please check Google Classroom in the resources section. Those books are there for you to take a look at. In health, we are creating brochures using a program called Canva. And Canva allows us to put in some information, and we're going to do it about how you can keep safe and clean and happy and healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally during COVID season. There will be a test day on Thursday this week when it comes to our spelling test instead of Friday because you guys have the day off. Stay tuned for a mini lesson on what book widgets are in my classroom and how students are using them and getting immediate feedback on whether their work is correct. This is Mr. Oliver. I just wanted to show you what book widgets is, and it's in a way we're doing math sheets in our classroom and online. And with the math sheets in our classroom and online, it reduces the chance of things being passed on. Plus, the added bonus is the kids get their work corrected immediately, and they can get feedback and know whether or not that they got it correct. And when I set it up, they're able to immediately have those marks sent straight to Google Classroom. And if you are receiving your Guardian email, you'll see whether or not your kid understands the lesson of that day. I'll show you where the book widgets will be. The book widgets, there'll be a link in one of the packets, and that link will bring them down to the bottom part of the Google Classroom, which shows the different widgets we've done so far this year. Now, I'm going to show you an example of a book widget and just quickly show you how quickly these things are able to test and show me how well the kids know things. Okay, but there are multiple choice over on this side and a graph. So as the student goes in and does some of the work, they click on which things that they want over here, and they'll click submit down on the bottom. And once they do, it will come up whether it's correct. If it's red, it'll be wrong. If it's green, it'll be correct. And I will get an email in my dashboard in Book Widgets that will tell me how students are doing. So it will be in here. Once that's finished and I give them back their marks, in Classroom, the grades are brought over to their grade section, and you'll be able to log in with them and see if these ones, what the book widgets for today, what those marks are.